Hello everyone. This is Amy with Simply Elizabeth Crafts, and I have one more project to share with you using the Pine Tree Bundle. Pine Tree Trimmings Bundle. But before I do that, I wanted to just remind you about the to-go class that I have. The to-go class includes 2 3D projects. One holds a little like shortbread cookie. One holds a hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works. Then you also will be making a recipe or picture book. You can combine them, and then you will also make 5 cards. So it's kind of a mega class using the Homemade Treats Bundle. So it's dies and a stamp set. As well as your make and take packets, you will get 2 bolts of ribbon, a pack of embellishments, and then a full pack of the Christmas tags and more designer series paper. It is 6x6 paper. So if you're interested in that, the class is $65. If you want to add on the bundle, you can do that at cost, and it makes it $110 total. There is a link in this video for you to order that class, and that class registration ends the end of this week, not weekend, but it will, I think it's the day after Thanksgiving. But you can go onto the registration page and look at all those details. The other thing is I am offering, this week we've been playing with that Pine Tree Trimmings bundle. Let me grab the stamp set. Maybe. I'm not sure what I did with it. I just had it in my hand, but I don't know what I did with it, so we'll just keep going. Here's the die sets. The die set. It is a class or my monthly club, but I have extended this in case anyone would rather have this as kind of their Christmas. For club, you'll create this month 5 cards, and then there is a 3D project. It will be $50 for the class. You'll have to let me know that you want that. You can either comment here or you can email me, either way, and I will send you the PayPal invoice to do that since the registration is already closed on it. By the way, here's the stamp set. It was right in front of me. So, this club includes a full pack of this black and white gold ribbon. It includes half a pack of the dome trees, which we used on Monday's live. It includes half a pack of the large gold hoops. And it includes half a pack of the, I think it's called Modern Christmas. Yep, Modern Christmas Designer Series paper, which has gold in it. So, fun bundle. Not the typical Christmas. But of course, with most of my cards, I added in the green or a little bit of red to kind of add in that typical Christmas color, whatever. So if you're interested in that, let me know. $50 includes all of that. Now, you could add on the bundle if you want as well, and then you'll just need to let me know, and I'll include that in the invoice to you. Okay, so that is everything. Here are the 2 cards we created on Monday. I'll show you these 2 here. So those were the 2 cards we created. Today we are going to create a holder. Let's move that out the way. A little holder that holds the Reese's peanut butter trees. It also holds the Snicker trees, but I decided to go with the Reese's cup because I love Reese's. And my favorite Reese's are the ones that they come out with that are the different shapes. There's like a different combination of the peanut butter and the chocolate, and I feel like these taste better. The combination is just perfect between the chocolate and the peanut butter. So I always love getting the different celebration or holiday ones. The football ones, you've got the pumpkin ones, you got the trees. What else do? They do heart ones, all kinds of stuff. So they've really kind of stepped into that. All right, so let's start creating our box. And we are going to use our little scoring here. And I've got to grab my little cheat sheet to make sure that I score it in the right places. Okay, so our paper is 8 by 6, okay? So on the 6 side, we'll start there. We are going to score on 3/4, and then 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and then 5 1/2, okay? And then this tab right here is going to be smaller than this tab up here. This is what you're going to tuck into the box. And you're going to flip it to that 8, and you're going to score at 3/4 and then 7 1/4. All right. And then we are going to fold on all of our score lines. Ta-da. We're going to grab our scissors, and we're going to cut down our short side. So the one that has more score lines is the side you're going to cut on, okay? All right, here we're going to cut little notches with our little square. Not our square, our triangle. We're going to create triangles, little tiny ones, okay? And then we're going to do this one, and you can do straight up on one side if you actually want, and then just do a tiny notch on the other side. So it'll be almost like a half triangle. All right, and then let's do it over here. Little tiny, and then straight up. All right, let's cut that one a little bit more to get that, we want to get that score line cut off. All right, here we're going to go, let's see. This is going to tuck down, so we want to cut that at an angle, and then this is going to get cut off, and so this is going to be at an angle there. So then we'll come over here, we'll cut this one at an angle, and then we'll cut this at an angle. This one, let's actually go ahead and cut that one at an angle. And so this is going to be a little square, or I keep saying square, little triangle. And we're going to flip back over here and do that, because this is going to tuck down, and so it'll be easier to tuck down. And then we're going to do one other thing to it in just a second. All right, so this one is going to be a little triangle on that side, or a little half of it. And then we'll go up. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing over here, straight up, and a little, and a little. All right. Now, once we do that, we're going to take these and we're going to cut these down a little bit. We don't really need it that long. So just kind of cut off half of it. And then we'll come over here and do the same thing. And that just makes it a little easier for tucking down in. All right, so then we've got all that done. Now we're going to grab our seal, and we're going to put seal on our little small tabs, and it's going to be on the outside. Okay. And then we're going to fold it in. Let's see how I can do this so you can see it. You're going to fold it in like this. Ta-da. And then you'll do this side like that. And just kind of press it so that it stays. And then we'll do this side. All right, and then this side. And then I just typically, I'm going to take this front part here and I'm just going to kind of push it forward or into the box a little bit, just so that it's not pouching out so much or pooching out so much. And then when you stick this down in, it'll be a little easier to slide down in there with those edges being shorter. All right, so now what we'll do is we will take our little box, we'll take our little treat, and I'm just taking those ends and kind of folding them under, and then we will close it right on up. We are going to take our designer series paper, and we're going to adhere it to our top. And just kind of lay that there. Okay. Then we're going to have a piece of basic white, and we are going to rip this at the top, kind of give it like the Snowy Banks look. And then you're just going to kind of run it along like that. Then we'll add some adhesive to the back of that. I don't know where my hand was going with that. There we go. We're going to stick this right here on top. Like that. We're going to take our basic beige ribbon. I know we're using white, but I felt like this was a good ribbon to use on it. And we're just going to tie a bow. Well, it's a basic beige, so it's not white. It's not very vanilla. It's a good little Christmas color in my opinion. And then we're just going to tie a big bow. Like that. Pull that down just a little bit. Okay. And we'll be fine with that side. And then this side we're just going to trim off. And then ta-da. It's a nice little size. All right, next thing we're gonna do is, I've already cut out all of our little pieces here, but we do need to stamp our green tree. We're gonna heat emboss it. So I'm gonna grab my, and we're gonna see if I can make it work. Cutting it out already. And then a little bit of Versamark here. All right, let's see if I can line it up right. Ooh, that looked pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and put that in our embossing powder. I'm gonna get that out. I think I'm touching it, but it'll be all right. We'll get it to work, right? Okay. I'm gonna flip this over real quick and knock it off. All right, so we've got that one. Now let's do our sentiment. And our Versamark and our sentiment. Sending Christmas wishes. Okay. And then we'll get our powder. Oh, and then look at that. I set it right down in it. Oh, well. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can cover that one more time. And if the tree has a little bit more of the powder on it in places it shouldn't be, it just makes it look like snow. So it'll be fine. Okay. All right, I think I've got those done. We will then grab our tweezers, since I already cut all those out. We're gonna pick it up from this side right there. And if you don't like loud noises, you can move forward on this, but I'm gonna emboss this really quick. All right, and then we're gonna do our sentiment. All right. Okay, then once you've done both of those, we will now start putting our pieces together. All right, so on one of the gold Christmas trees, we're gonna take the garland. Now I've already put adhesive on the back of it, so you don't have to watch me fumble around with fun glue. All right, we'll start this one from over here because I accidentally got the edge of it. And then this one, I'm gonna overlay that one like that. And then let's do this one here. We're gonna kind of cut this around. And then take the backing off. There, and then let's do 3. Right here. Actually, let's turn it this way. Okay, there we go. So there's our little garland on there. And then we've got all of our other little pieces. We will put our stars on our embossed one once we put it on our piece here. So we're gonna take our plain gold one and we're gonna put adhesive on the very bottom, and I'm gonna make it hang off just a little bit. And that's just so that it'll wrap right around on either side of that ribbon. And then I'm just gonna put it on top of itself so that it's literally on that edge. And then we'll stick it here like that. Then we're gonna do the same exact thing to this one. And then we'll fold it up and fold it up. And then we're gonna stick this one right about here, like that. This one is gonna be popped up. And then put that one right there. And we'll stick this one right here. This one's gonna kind of be down a little bit further, hanging down off of the box that way. All right, then let's pop this up. And actually, let's do our edges for that. All right, so we're gonna put this down here, and that's so it'll sit on either side of the ribbon. All right, we'll just stick that there. And then we've got this little heart here. We're gonna pop it up. Kind of a little white snow heart, and then we're just gonna kind of butt it up right there. Okay, now let's take our sequence here. Oh, that is way too many in there. We just need a little bit so that I can spread them out some and see what I'm getting. I might still be a little too much. There we go. Okay, because otherwise I will have them everywhere. See, I'm already getting them everywhere. All right. Now we're gonna take our fun liquid glue, my favorite thing in the whole wide world. and move that down. And we're gonna start putting little glue dots all over the place. Let's put one right here. And then we wanna put one here, and then one here. And then we're gonna put one up here at the top, and then we're just gonna kind of work our way down. And one there. Okay. Now we're going to take our Take Your Pick tool. And we're going to start picking them up. And I'm going to take the end out of it. And we're going to use that spatula to adhere it down. And get it off. All right, let's see. Those dots are a little big there, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Thankfully, it will dry clear, but you just got to make sure you get it pressed down. And I've got little glue all over me now. Okay. And let's see, let's get some bigger ones. Oops. Put a big one there. Put a little one there. And this will take a little bit, but it makes it so worth it. I promise. Put a big one there too. Grab another little one. We'll stick the little one there. And then, oop, oh gosh, I just popped them out. They went flying. See if I can find them. Oop, don't need that one. This one we'll take. Let's put that one there. Just a few more. Sometimes when the glue sits there a little while, it just gets a little tacky, and then it makes it a little easier sometimes to put it all down. All right, and then let's put one more big one on. And so it's kind of a big little glue dot right there. All right, so let me make sure I got, oh, missing one right there, so we'll do a little tiny one. Oh, come on, stay. There we go. Alrighty, and there is our last project using the Pine Tree Trimmings bundle. Say that fast 3 times, right? That's a lot. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Also, make sure that you go and check out the blog post. You can get all of the measurements right there on that blog, including this one. This one is going live in just a little bit. So you'll have the ability to make it. But again, if you order from me, $50 or more, I'm going to leave it open until Sunday night. If you order $50 or more before tax and shipping, and after you apply your Stampin' rewards, you will get these 3 make and takes for this week mailed directly to your door. So it would be this card, this box, and that card right there. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Next week, we will be doing some things that are a little different. We're going to be working on our 12 days of Advent, Christmas Advent calendar projects. So there will be videos for starting Monday all the way through Saturday, creating 12 different projects for that. Again, if you order in the month of November for that, which I think I had said on Monday's live, when you order $50 or more, you will get that tutorial no matter what time you have ordered through the month of November. At the end of it, I will have all of those PDFs emailed out directly to you. So that's just a little extra thank you this month. All right, everyone, I'll see you next time. Bye.